Jack, lately I've been thinking about this idea of escape. So many people live their lives waiting for the weekend, or for a vacation, or just that next break from reality. And it hit me. Why are we building lives we constantly want to escape from?
That's such a powerful observation. I've seen it too. People wake up dreading Monday, dragging themselves through the week, counting down to Friday. And if you ask them, what would make you happy? They can't even give a real answer. They just want to not feel stressed. But that's not living. That's surviving.
Exactly. I think part of it is we're trained to settle. We're told to get a job, earn a paycheck, and just deal with it. We ignore the things that actually light us up: creativity, freedom, growth, because we assume they're luxuries. But what if they're actually necessities for a fulfilling life?
That's the key. Fulfillment isn't a luxury, it's the point. If you wake up every day just enduring life, something's off. And I'm not talking about quitting your job to travel the world. I mean creating small routines, decisions, and habits that make you want to wake up and live that day.
Yes. For example, I started making my mornings sacred. No phone, no noise, just a slow coffee, some journaling, maybe a short walk. And even though it sounds simple, it changed how I feel about the entire day. I stopped rushing. I feel present. That alone made me feel less like I needed to run away from my life.
That's beautiful. And that's the thing. We think we need these massive lifestyle overhauls. But honestly, real change starts with the smallest decisions. The kind of music you play, the conversations you allow, the people you follow, it all adds up.
Totally. And let's be real. Social media plays a big role in why people feel so disconnected from their own lives. We scroll through highlight reels and wonder why our own reality feels so dull. But maybe instead of comparing, we should get curious. What are the small things I can do today to build a life that feels good for me?
Yes, and I think one of the most underrated questions you can ask yourself is, what does a good day look like to me? Not in a fantasy way, but in a real, repeatable way. If you can define your ideal day and start creating even pieces of it, suddenly, life starts to feel aligned.
That's exactly what I did. I made a list. Waking up without an alarm, having time to read, working on something creative, a meaningful conversation, and once I saw it on paper, I realized I don't need a mansion or millions. I just need to be intentional.
Intentional, that's the word. Most people don't hate their life. They just hate how out of control it feels. When you start taking back little pieces of control, like how you spend your mornings, what you eat, who you surround yourself with, it creates a ripple effect.
And it builds confidence too. Every little choice that aligns with your values reminds you, I'm in charge. And when you feel in charge, you stop craving escape. Because your life actually feels like yours again.
Absolutely. You know what's funny? I used to think confidence came from big wins, promotions, awards, stuff like that. But now I see it's really built in silence, in the private promises you keep to yourself. When you say, I'll go for a walk today, and you do it, you win. That builds trust with yourself.
That's so true. And on the flip side, when you break those small promises, even unconsciously, it chips away at your self-worth. You start thinking, I can't follow through, or I'm lazy, when really, you just didn't protect your time and energy properly.
Which brings up boundaries. We have to stop saying yes to things that drain us just to be nice. A life you love isn't just built on passion, it's protected by boundaries.
Preach! Saying no is self-respect. And when you start setting boundaries, you get time back. And that time, that's where your life starts to shift. You use that time to rest, create, think, connect. That's when life stops feeling like a to-do list and starts feeling like an experience.
You know, Emma, I think we all need to stop asking, what should I do with my life? And start asking, what do I want my days to feel like? Because that's the real measure. If your average Tuesday feels aligned, your life is probably on track.
Exactly. And I want to say this to anyone listening. If your life feels like something you constantly want to escape from, that's a sign, not a failure. It's your intuition asking you to pay attention. Start small. You don't need a total reinvention, just one better habit, one clearer boundary, One honest conversation.
Yes, and remember, you are not stuck. You may be tired, afraid, or unsure, but you are not stuck. Life is incredibly flexible when you get honest about what you want. It doesn't have to happen all at once, but you can start today.
Start by asking yourself, what can I change today to feel more alive? And then do that, even if it's tiny. Light a candle, play music you love, take a deep breath. That's how it starts.
Because the life you love isn't a destination, it's a daily practice.